Welcome back to the Side of Sauce podcast. A podcast is here today. We're being more consistent. We're doing a little bit of a show today, and of course, today, as always, I'm joined by my lovely guests, beautiful, sexy, voluptuous guests. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
It's Scully and Johnny, of course.
Oh, of course, of course. Oh fuck! I gotta fucking rip in my pants. God damn it! I love these pants.
That is the worst feeling in the world when you
Bro,
have
like
your
I was,
favorite
I was
pair
like
of pants.
I was adjusting, and then I felt like the breeze come into like my fucking crotch area, and I was like, ew,
Nothing is worst. I hate that.
dude.
Like your favorite pair of pants, the pair of pants you're living in, just decides to up and die on you, and you're like, bruh.
I know, and it's because I have these fucking thick thighs that they kind of just fucking die.
For
They
real.
die fast, and I hate it. Nothing worse than having to go. I hate buying pants. Buying pants specifically. Like I like buying shirts. I like buying socks. But buying
My pants are the
pants.
hardest because nobody makes pants that I like are to my standard and what I want.
Because it's like pants is like you got to go find like quality material. Like I got to make sure I like working. Like if it's specific pants for like specific things. If I'm just gonna live in them or if I'm just gonna work in them, they got to feel nice, to move in. And I don't want it to like. It has got to be long enough. It can't be like.
Too short,
Can't be too
can't
short.
be too tight or too loose. You gotta have the good stitching because if the seams are gonna burst on your thick thighs, like
Yeah.
bruh, what is the point?
On fucking god, just shopping for pants is the fucking worst. And everything is like different sizes everywhere. Like
For real. That's
Like
why I
not-
just don't even wear pants at this point.
honestly, don't even wear pants. I just go around wearing just like really long underwear.
Multiple pairs, like 16 pairs. So,
Like
like
si-
it looks like denim from a distance, but like when you get up close, it's just like that really like cheap fabric you can get like for long johns.
Exactly. It,
Comically large pair of underwear.
the comically large pair of underwear. All right, we've already devolved into chaos. So, I want to start with our first not little topic. It's a pretty big topic that actually literally happened right after we were done recording and like right after I uploaded the episode. So it immediately killed like the episode that we were talking about. We were talking about DC and what we thought about it.
hmm
And then like immediately after James Gunn decides to spite me and decides to release like the full like what he has planned like on the day I upload the episode that we're talking about, oh, what do we want to say? So fuck you for that.
It's like it's the editing though. You're like, thank you.
Like fuck you, James Gunn. But also thank you for giving me a Superman movie. So like have you guys seen like the full lineup? I know Scully.
Like I'm just sitting here quietly because I did not see any of this. No.
Nope. I know Scully's seen it because he was like the first person I like knew about it from because I woke up and I saw it on his story.
Yeah,
So, like out of
cool stuff.
pretty cool stuff. So hold on, let me make sure because I don't want to be speaking dumb shit. I'm gonna make sure what I'm talking about is right. So I know we have a Superman movie, Superman Legacy. I'm pretty excited about that, and then we're also getting Batman Brave and the Bold, which I think is fucking awesome.
That'll be fun.
So I think it's really cool that we're getting like we're getting the Batman, and we're also getting like a Batman that connects to like these other movies, and we're getting a Batman that stands on his own as like a solo thing. I think that's pretty fucking cool. Oh yeah, I forgot.
That is pretty cool.
The Batman 2 was actually also announced for 2025. I think yeah, 2025
Yeah, some, like
in October.
way out date.
Which I've seen a lot of discourse around like it's too far away, but if you remember, I think the Dark Knight movies were like 3 or 4 years apart from each other. So it's like we're relatively like
idea.
similar. I'm pretty sure they were. But they're like relatively similar like, gaps. And I think it's like, I'd rather him take, his time to make like a really great movie than like kind of rush the shit. That's how
True. That is true.
that's how I feel about it.
Quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity.
Unless you're getting Taco Bell.
Speaking
In
of
that case,
quality,
go all the way.
speaking of quality, Batman Brave and the Bold, the TV show specifically, the animated one, that show is like really underrated for how good it is.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
It's a fun show. Like it is definitely like geared towards like a younger audience than I would say Batman the animated series was. But like it's still like really good for like all ages, and it's like really funny. Like I still constantly think about that joke where it's like Batman punches the shit out of some woman, claiming that the hammer of justice is unisex.
This is unisex and you wax Harlequin or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like, jeez, bro.
bro was
Yeah,
not.
it was good.
Bro was the true feminist. He was not holding back.
He wasn't holding back. Yeah, I thought the Brave and the Bold was pretty good. I think me and Scully watched it a little ways after it came out, so like we were a little older then, but we still were like able to appreciate it. At least I was. I thought it was pretty great.
I did too. I watched it when I
It
was
was really weird though.
The
the
ending was weird.
the final episode. Yeah, yeah.
With what's his name, Might?
Yeah.
Bat Might.
I like the
It's
ending.
Like,
What were you
the
saying?
whole show was actually a show within the canon of the show or something.
Something like that.
That broke my little kid head. I was like, what?
He breaking the fourth wall like that. But I think the last scene in that show where like Batman's like talking to the audience, and he's talking about like
Oh, I did like
he
that.
and he's talking about how like there's always gonna be like someone to fight for like truth and justice. Other than my little
Yeah.
kid head was like, that's fucking awesome.
It still gives you the feels, like even though
It still does.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I'm not bawling at the scene, but I'm like my heart. I feel something. I feel something deep down. But yeah. So I think I'm hoping with like the title Batman Brave and the Bold that we're going to be getting a Batman that's more similar in tone to that cartoon.
Could be kind of fun.
Cuz that's what I'm
gonna
thinking.
lie though, I love the Matt Reeves Batman so much.
Because that's what I'm thinking. Because it's like, if we're gonna have the Matt Reeves' Batman, and he's gonna be like his own standalone, separate thing from like the other universe, I think it would be really interesting, to have him be like the more serious, gritty, grounded in realism Batman, compared to our like one that's in like the extended universes and like connects to all the other movies.
They're
And
more
he's
fantastical,
he's like a
adventurous
more
ones.
he's like a more Silver Age type comic character. He's a little bit more goofy. He's a little
could
bit
be
more
cool.
ridiculous. He is like
Oh, I know. I'm saying it won't be good. I'm such a simp for the Matt Reeves Batman, man.
honestly, I am too. But I also would like if they're both gonna coexist, I'd like them to be a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
more different to stand apart. Like I'm thinking like Matt Reeves is like for the costume design, I would love for like the blue and the gray for the DC extended universe version.
Yeah.
Because that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
To get a little bit more goofy, a little bit more cartoonish. Like Matt Reeves' Batman would be fighting like a more grounded character like the Riddler, and then like this DC Batman Brave and the Bold character would be fighting someone like Man Bat, some fucking gargantuan Man Bat demon hybrid.
Yeah, that could. Man, Bat would be good.
That's-
I could see like I assume the new one's gonna be live action, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be live action.
Yeah, it could be pretty cool as a good villain.
I don't know if it would particularly be the villain of that movie, but it's just like a throw it out there kind of idea.
Isn't one of the upcoming movies supposed to have Clayface? Supposedly, that's a rumor I've heard about.
I've heard that rumor, but I don't know if it's true. And if it was true, I don't know if like it would be like the Matt Reeves Batman, because it seems like a more supernatural.
No, that's what I thought too, but from what I saw, it was Matt Reeves specifically that was talking about being really interested in Clayface. Not that he was doing it, but Clayface being one of his favorite like villains or whatever. So he likes that. He wants to have some of that or whatever. I can't remember what it was he mentioned, but there's something that was like, huh, that's interesting. That would not be the character I would expect from that universe at all.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the one I would expect. I would definitely expect for a sequel. It gets jumped around a lot, but I really think like Mr. Freeze would be a really good antagonist for the second one.
I think Mr. Freeze, or I think what's his name? Not the Mad Hatter. The
Scarecrow?
Scarecrow would be good. Mr. Freeze would be good. No, there's someone on the tip of my tongue. Two-Face.
Two-Face would be good. Two-Face would be cool.
With their twist on it, I could see it being pretty interesting.
I'm thinking like I would also really love to see Scarecrow again.
Scarecrow is one of my favorites. He would be sick. I just like the Batman villains a lot.
Because
Most of them are pretty cool.
Yeah, most of like a lot like Batman I think is also really popular because of his rogues gallery. I think like that specifically is like what keeps Batman really popular, because I think a lot of people just love those villains.
Yeah, a lot of them are just fun, and there's plenty of dorky, cringe ones, I'm sure, but like the ones that stand the test of time for the most part.
You telling me Captain Condiment isn't based and red-pilled?
Oh yeah, or what's the other guy, Kite Man from Spider-Man, and they got like I mentioned, the Mad Hatter. Like, all right, man, like, aren't we reaching at this point? Like, come on, please.
It's just please. But yeah, some of like that's what I'm thinking. Like, fuck, what was it? What were we talking about before? The
You're
villain.
talking about the upcoming DC Universe stuff.
Shit, I'm all over the place right now. But yes, so I would love to see like a more fantastical Silver Age like Batman for this kind of like extended universe kind of thing. And then
That'd be fun.
and then we have Superman Legacy. I have changed gears. I have switched my opinions. I have flip-flopped. I used to be like really back in like when I was younger, before I was like a big comic book guy. I used to be like Superman's kind of boring. Superman's kind of gay, honestly. He's like
He's
kind of
overpowered.
he's like lame. I don't know, why would I like this guy? And now that I'm not a fucking idiot,
It's pretty cool.
yeah, he's actually really cool. I like him. He's a really cool character. I like Clark Kent.
When
And
I was little, I didn't like. I really liked Superman, and then I was the exact same thing for the longest time. I did not like him.
I'm trying to get Gabe into Superman because I gave him Superman All Stars like last time we met up, and I'm hoping that he has read it by now. And he's like,
I haven't read it.
I'm gonna ask him. But yeah, I definitely should. If I get it back from him, I'll like definitely lend it to you and be like, read this.
Alright, sounds good.
Or hold up, I have another one over here. It's gonna sound weird. It's called Superman Smashes the Klan.
That sounds kind of based, honestly.
It is based.
Does he actually fight the Klan?
Yes, he fights the Klan. It's like it's a story about It's a story about Superman like protecting like immigrants who come over to like
That's
Metropolis.
fucking baller. Hold up.
And he
I
beats.
gotta look this up. I gotta get you. What is it? I gotta get you one of those.
How are they gonna fight Superman though? They're
So,
just
like-
like a bunch of hillbillies versus like
It's
Superman.
I don't want to spoil how it happens, but kryptonite.
I was gonna
Oh.
say, this, as wrong as they might be, this is a one-way fight. Superman kills all the racist guys in one shot.
Maybe yeah. And I think one of my favorite things about Superman comics, specifically like the ones I have read, is I love the slice of life kind of nature of it. Cause it's like it's very much a story of like a human, like just a normal guy, and he is a superhuman, but even though he can like fly and he can travel at the speed of sound, he walks to go get his mail, he walks his dog, he takes the bus to work, and he like does his job. Like it's such a really cool thing. He's like one of the, I think other than Spider-Man, he's like the most like human, relatable comic book character ever. And he's just such a nice, swell guy. Like if you hate Clark Kent, you're just a fucking weirdo. You're just a fucking
He's
loser.
like Captain America, and like the more he's kind of wholesome. He's a good superhero.
Yeah,
he's nice.
He's a
At
wholesome
this
man.
point, and that's kind of nice though.
I do like that.
I used to like all the edgy guys, but I can't realize like sometimes there is a place for that, but sometimes it is actually nice to have a good hero.
Exactly. Like, there's like
Yeah.
like the Punisher is cool, but like sometimes I just want to see Spider-Man do some flips, save a couple of people, tell some quippy jokes, and have a smile on his face. Like I think there's value in that. Based and red-pilled, but yeah.
Do you know that old comic Superman versus Spider-Man?
Is that a real thing?
It's a real thing. Yeah, it was a real crossover. I remember my dad had like one of those big prints that he got from my uncle or whatever.
I know there was a Batman and Spider-Man crossover comic. I didn't know there was one for Superman.
See, like Batman and Spider-Man makes sense, kind of. Like they can fight each other. But even as a kid, I remember thinking like, and I remember like I'll tell you, I'll date myself here. I couldn't read when I first started reading these comics. I just looked at the pictures and gathered what I could, because I could only read like half.
As we all do.
Like 4 or 5. So I was a little kid. I was not a good reader when I was little. But and I was like, man, Superman's got to be holding back the entire time because he would smoke Spider-Man. And then when I read it, I realized like, oh yeah,
For
basically the
real.
whole time Clark Kent has to hold back because like Clark Kent's like, I think like Peter Parker's kind of being a little goofy or whatever. They're like have a disagreement, but he's the whole time he's like, Peter, let's not get this out of hand. I don't want to kill you because he like throws him through a fucking building. I think at the end of it to stop the fight.
Like stop! I'm going to kill you. Don't do this.
He's getting mad, and I think he like throws him through a crane or something, and like into a building, and he's like, "Look, kid, like, you don't want to do this."
Look, buddy, this isn't ideal. Did you know Spider-Man and Invincible had a crossover comic?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I did know that.
Speaking of Invincible, though, there was recently the teaser trailer for Invincible Season 2,
Ooh,
based and Red Pill.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It looks good. I like it. The animation is definitely like a big step up from the first season, at least from that little teaser trailer. Because I like because the animation is like pretty okay for the most part in the first season, but there are like a couple times where it looks kind of choppy. But yeah, I'm liking it. If it stays with that like teaser style animation, it's gonna be really fucking good.
That, Maddie, I just looked up the thing. Not to go back to the Superman versus Spider-Man thing.
Yeah,
I remember what he does. So he throws a punch at him. I'll show you the picture. Superman throws a punch at Spider-Man, but he doesn't hit him. But just the moving his fist that fast sends him flying.
God damn.
Yeah, I was in the picture now. I remember that's what it is. It's like he's like, he didn't even hit me.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Could you imagine in real life someone doesn't hit you but you go flying? How scary that would be.
It's like in the movies where the bomb goes off next to someone and they get thrown by the shockwave. Like, my guy, you gonna be fucked up after that. Like
Like it's a
if the
like a
shockwave
fucking.
hits you burst in like a balloon, dog. If you get hit like that, like you're not gonna get punched. Your head's gonna.
Dude, this isn't an episode of the Power Rangers. You aren't gonna backflip into like another building. You're going to just die. You're going to
Backflip into the
explode.
building. Well dead.
I thought Power Rangers was fucking awesome as a kid, but like when I watch it now, it's so fucking ridiculously corny. I love it.
Go Power
Rangers. Do you remember that weird ass Power Rangers live action movie they did like
I do
6
remember
years?
that, like 2017.
Yeah, 2017, like 6 years ago. That shit was
That shit was weird.
That shit was weird. However, I do occasionally listen to like the theme from that movie because it is really
good?
fucking good. It is really good.
I've probably listened to that. I don't think I've listened to it.
To be fair, the Power Rangers theme in general it goes fucking hard for no reason.
For real.
For real, there's a
No
lot of
reason whatsoever.
there's a lot of cartoon shows that like their theme song goes so fucking hard for no reason.
You know, like how a lot of meme formats they die out really quick, but then there's some that just kind of stay around. Nobody really decides. It just kind of happens.
Yeah,
I love the ones that never age. The ones where they're like,
the Skyrim ones never age, to me at least. Like the one where it's like Sneak 100.
No, those never age. It was directly. I was just gonna say about the. God bless. I just lost my train of thought. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
But I was saying like a.
Teams.
Wait, what?
Oh, with the theme songs. Yeah, well, they'll be like, oh, you just need to make a theme song for this little kid's show here, and we'll show the guy like composing the most bomb-ass song imaginable.
For fucking
like,
real.
Remember Tetris Run? Like the music from that game.
Mm-hmm. That shit went so hard.
For real.
Okay, no, but the Bad Piggies theme song.
The what theme song?
Bad Piggies, the greatest mobile game ever.
Oh shit, you're right. The greatest mobile game ever. Can't lie.
You know, it's like the Angry Birds construction game,
Mm-hmm.
but you were the pigs.
Yep. Angry Bird theme song do kind of go hard, just a little bit,
It really goes hard.
You know what music-
Bad Piggy version.
Speaking of, I don't know why I thought about it when I was thinking about this, but you know what music I've been listening to a lot recently? I've been listening to a lot of Minecraft music recently.
Why?
Because it's very nostalgic.
I can't blame you.
It's really good. Like, it's very nostalgic, and I feel really at peace when I'm, like, listening to it.
I love Minecraft music. It's pretty great.
I'm about to like hop into my Minecraft phase again, where I'm about to like binge this game for like 8 months, and I'm never gonna and I'm
Never
not.
touch it again for another year, and
And
then
it,
binge
yeah,
it again.
yeah, I love that though. I kind of like that. But I'm the bad pickies theme. But like, yeah,
So
Minecraft
that's
music
great,
is.
but this is. Yeah, sorry.
I was about to say Minecraft music just goes so fucking hard for no reason, but like in the calm way.
Don't they not have the same artist that makes it anymore or something, right?
I
I
don't
have no idea.
for the music at least. I don't
I know
think
the guy
so.
was like named C418 or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't
I-
think he makes the music anymore.
I don't think he does, but the original tracks are still in there, and it's still the best ones. And like, hold up, because I have it on Spotify. Like, I have the playlist on Spotify, and I listen to it a lot. Like, but yeah, like I usually listen to it when I'm like at work and I'm like just trying to like cool off, or if I'm like after workout, or if like I'm reading. Like, it's really nice to just like listen to it and read. Also, the fucking names for these songs are weird. Why is one of them just called Mice on Venice?
I think my man must be really into punk.
Mice on Venus, sorry.
Because
Venus.
mice in my
I'm
penis. Why would you
I'm
add that?
dyslexic. My bad.
What did you say?
I first said Mice on Venus, Venice,
Venice.
like the fucking Italian place.
Italian what?
Isn't there a place Venice?
Italy.
Like Venice, Italy?
Dude, I was thinking of Paris. Shut up.
You, bro, you caught me up. I was like, "Am I stupid again?"
I was like, wait a second. He's right. They're not Italian. I was like, wait, no. Venice is in Italy. I was like, what the hell? He's gaslighting us into thinking we're wrong.
I can't believe I'm being fucking gaslit on my own podcast.
You should.
Honestly, as I should. But like Mice on Venus reminds me of the show. With that hit show Mice on Mars. Biker mice from. Is it biker rats from Mars or biker mice from Mars? Something like that.
I can't remember. I've only seen it because you and Gabe have sent me sent me the trailer a couple times.
Apparently they're remaking that show. I'd never watched it as a kid. I've heard of it. I've like seen clips of it, but I'd never watched it. However, I will admit, the designs in that show kind of do go hard.
They do go hard.
They do go
Speaking
hard.
of going hard, that
Me.
new I know it's like been out for a month or two, but that show Kaleidoscope on Netflix, the heist one with One Color Esposito and whatnot,
Oh
that's
shit!
actually pretty good.
What's it about?
It's like a heist that's like 25 years in the making, and each episode is independent in the way that you could watch them in any order, and they all combine to tell one story.
God
of the
damn!
heist. It's pretty cool.
I'll probably have to watch it. It'd be on my list
What
of.
order did you watch it in?
I'm just watching it the first way through, just beginning to end.
Just the normal way. Lame.
It's not.
Damn.
It's not linear at all, so do not worry.
Okay.
That's cringe. You should watch it just
Like-
randomly.
Like the finale is
First
like the
one
third
is-
episode.
The finale is the heist, but these episodes jump around. Like the first one's like a couple weeks before, the next one's like 19 years ago or something like that. The next one's like a couple hours before the heist. The next, they're like all over the place. And then the two episodes right before the end are right after the heist. One's like a couple hours after. One's like a couple months, I think. And then the final episode's the heist.
You know, honestly, that's kind of cool though. That's like kind of like a really interesting concept.
I don't know if I'm just being racist towards Australian people, but I'm pretty sure the guy that played Captain Boomerang from Suicide Squad is in the show.
Well, now I gotta watch it. Captain Boomerang is awesome.
The character at least, he is such an idiot, but he's so relatable because he's such a fuck up. Like, my man's is literally so stupid. He cannot help himself with how.
Bro,
dumb
he's just like me for real.
Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's just knucklehead through and through. And I'm like, at the time, I'm like, I relate to this man because this man is a piece of work. Like, but that's because it's kind of relatable.
He's kind of just like me for real, honestly. Kind of like one of those kind of situations.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show.
That's a pretty good show. Okay. I've been watching like a lot of true crime recently. Like I've been watching like I don't know. I usually go like through these phases where I'm like I want to watch true crime, I don't, and then like I'm in it right now, so I'm like watching like this show on Discovery Plus, and it's just about like these cases, like these cold cases that have never been solved. And I watch them with like my girlfriend, and we like watch them, and we're like, wow, so fucking cool. But my girlfriend is like way more into it than I am, and I think that's and I get a little concerned sometimes.
She's gonna stab you, you know.
She's plotting against me. You know, I do find that kind of common though. I think women are more interested in true crime kind of documentaries than guys are, because that's where I get all my true crime recommendations from. It's girls.
It is a lot more common, I think, but I think it's also probably like yeah, it is. Bob Goodwin is played by Jack Courtney.
Oh shit,
Captain Boomerang, yeah.
Mr.
Captain
Boomerang
plays
himself.
is the guy in Kaleidoscope. I thought so. I was like, and then I kept on thinking, I'm like, I must be racist with this white Australian dude here, because I swear this is Captain Boomerang. He's got the same dickhead personality and everything. He alone makes the show go up from like PG-13 to R with his profanity. Every word is just the raunchiest, most offensive shit you can say. Like,
Bro,
goddamn.
just like me for real.
What were we saying a second ago?
I was talking about true crime documentaries. How suspicious it is that women are like really really into it.
I think it's so, but I also think it's probably a stereotype. But it is. It does definitely seem to be like a. I don't know. For me, honestly, most people I know that are into true crime aren't, or there are dudes, but most of the people like you see all the time I see are girls, I guess. I don't know. So it seems almost like it's a stereotype to me.
I think
But
it
maybe, I don't
it
know.
probably is.
I only have a little perception, obviously.
It probably is, but I think it is just. I think it's a certain type of girl, probably.
It also might be the fact, James, that
That what?
your days are numbered.
My days are numbered. The podcast will soon be hosted by everyone else.
I was gonna say she's gonna take over the podcast, her and Drifter.
Drifter is gonna get on the podcast and is going to be immediately taken down because he can't stop saying slurs. In fact, I have to mute him. I had to throw him outside. He kept saying them. I was like, Drifter, I have to record. You can't be saying those kind of things on the
For
internet.
context, Drifter is his dog, and we always joke that his dog is saying offensive stuff.
For
He's always
context,
he interrupts all the time. This man, he will be like, "Oh, we are painting Warhammer miniatures. It is time to come over and get in your face and knock it over."
I love that when when you guys come over and we're painting, he'll stick his nose like kind of like to the side and he stares at you, and then like as soon as you like paint something like really small and detailed, he'll like fucking shove his nose into your hand, and you're like, fuck.
You're like, I just gave him a black eye.
Fuck.
Blast it.
But you can't be upset with him because he's so cute. He's so adorable.
Or you spill the paint, my guy.
Dude, so speaking of Warhammer, have you been painting recently? Have you been painting anymore?
I have, yeah, I've painted a little bit. I've painted most of my AdMech army up.
Epic.
I've been grinding.
How much AdMech do you have?
Just under enough for a 2,000 point list if I include my Imperial AdMech Knight. Because the Knight houses can either be aligned to the AdMech boys or the regular boys, and if you align them to the AdMech boys, there's ways where you can bring just one in and not ruin your army's rules.
For real?
Because usually if you bring stuff that's not from your unit but it's allied, it will take away your certain benefits you would otherwise get.
Okay. I never really understood the allied rule. Like you can ally with certain other ones.
I mean, I can explain it, but I don't think anyone else is gonna care.
Explain it to me.
Okay, we can cut this out. So basically, the way the allied work is, so you'll have everything has a keyword. Keyword isn't categorical per se, as it is just keywords just match keywords. So think of it as this means this. So if certain things have the keyword core, that's core military sector, core basic stuff, that's considered your backbone. So a lot of times you can get away with having much more core stuff in your thing.
Yeah.
Allying is where you're gonna have stuff and it'll be a keyword. Say your factions are both Imperium of Man, but I'm playing Sisters of Battle and one's AdMech. They're both Imperium technically, but like it doesn't really, they don't mesh together. So what would happen is you would lose like, this is the battle. You usually have like, you choose what order your sisters or your admech, you choose which Forge world they're from, and they get specific rules. They get like a army wide one, and they get like a warlord one. Well, I believe you lose like a little bit of each. So it's like you would lose half of your admech specific rules and half of your warlord's little things, I believe. For
Okay.
your, no, it would just be the specific admech stuff. You still get the warlord traits, but you lose benefits basically, and they're only minor things, sure, but like if you're gonna build around those usually, so it usually fucks you up.
Okay, that actually makes a lot more sense now that you have explained it.
It's fun sometimes, but I think it's a little too strict because, like, honestly, like the Imperium of Man is like a big bureaucracy. They don't get along anyways, so like, why not have a bunch of people that maybe they got miscommunication and they're both here to fight the Tyranids, this guy and that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's have some fun, you know? So, like, in tournaments, obviously the rules apply, but, like, for the most part, like, you know, a lot of, like, regular games, people won't necessarily do that, especially for, like, Imperial Knights or certain factions that are more allyable than others.
Like the Tau. The Tau are awesome.
The Tau! Well, technically, that's the thing, like, they're supposed to be, like, they're was originally supposed to be, like, a lot of humans in the Tau army, but they just don't really do the models for that because they don't want it confusing. But you can totally have stuff like that and ally in a ton of different species. I think the Tau are actually one of the best allyable races.
I think they're the
because they get all
most. I think they are the most allyable.
diverse.
Yeah,
They're definitely the most diverse of all the factions.
because like in lore they literally are the most. Like, I think.
I think they're the only thing that actually allows more than one race in their army. Actually, I think, now that I think about it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Because the Leagues of Votann allow AI, the Men of Iron, the AI, and they allow the dwarf dudes. The Imperium, you know, they allow humans / abhumans, which are just mutants. Basically, the fantasy people like dwarves and hobbits. But yeah, I guess that would be the only faction that's actually like pretty socially progressive.
Honestly, they are in an essence based and red pill, but
I wouldn't say the red pill part, but yeah,
pretty based honestly. But I think that's why when you like look at like this is my little thing, when you look at conversions to take like not a 40k, when you take a conversion from like a Age of Sigmar army that isn't in 40k but you want to make it 40k, I think the most common one is usually using the Tau, because it's like in lore it makes sense, it's easy, and it looks fucking cool. You know?
it is. That you actually are correct. A lot of times I see people do this sometimes with guard and stuff, or like if there's like, or if they're making a big model, there's only one big model, you know, it's like knights, so they do that. But you are right, pretty much all the time, and that's what I've even suggested to, like, Gabe wanted to bring his space lizard men,
The Seraphon,
into 40k, and I was like, bruh, you should just play them with the Tau rules. The Tau literally have a ton of different species as is. Like,
honestly,
there are people that play with all Kroot armies apparently. Those like lizard men that the Tau have, like the feathers. I've seen pictures of people that play with like all of them only. And that's it. Like, that's pretty sick.
That is pretty sick, honestly.
Probably the most expensive thing you could do, but it's still pretty sick. Well, now they have the new model, but even that's expensive. Like,
yeah,
I don't
even
know how much they used to be.
So,
resin.
Dude, I really wanted to do a Seraphon army because they were like the faction that interested me the most, and I still might do it.
I was gonna say, just because Gabe's doing it does not mean you should say don't do it.
No, I operate by 5-year-old rules. So if one person has a toy, I cannot have that same toy. You know.
No, you gotta operate by Cartman rules. What you do is, if someone else has that toy, you have to have that toy, and as soon as you have that toy, you get excited about it, and then as soon as someone else has a new toy, you gotta get mad about it and have that toy.
That episode where he got the remote VR, not VR, but like the remote car, and then he forced his parents not to buy Kyle one so he can make shove it in his face. Oh my god.
Highly good friendship.
If anyone doesn't know, me and Johnny have recently been on our South Park craze. It's a really good show.
No. Our South Park Renaissance.
Our South Park Renaissance. You are right. It is a better term. A South Park Renaissance. We have been just barreling through watching the entire show, and we're trying to convince our friends here to go and watch it. which I know is saying a lot because I still have yet to watch Edge Runner. Edge Runners.
Edge Runners.
Listen, sometimes
I was gonna mock you there, but I think I said it right on accident. God damn it!
yeah, you said it right on accident.
I was trying to mock you. Damn it!
I've just
Get away with it.
I keep outsmarting you. But I actually do. I do plan on watching Edge Runners this like coming up week because I have like a lot of days off of work coming up. So I'm just because I took time off, so I'm gonna watch it, and I'm hopefully next podcast we'll be able to have a sit down talk discussion about it because you two have seen it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Scully, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of like seeing things that are apparently quality top tier content, Scully as of today.
We have not.
Scully as of today has seen Puss in Boots 2: The Last Wish. So, I wanted to ask again because we didn't really because we kind of talked about it, but I was like, it wasn't a whole lot. Without spoiling it, what did you think about the movie?
Pretty good.
Pretty solid. Okay.
Did it live up to the hype and simping online everyone's giving it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
The amount of like metaphorical like cock sucking I've been doing for this movie.
Highly based. He is highly based.
No, but for real, it is like for real. Like I went into that movie and then I saw the reviews beforehand, which is why I watched it. I was like, there's no way this movie is this good. It was the same thing with like Spider-Verse. It's like there's no way this movie is like, this amazing.
You know that really shitty old meme where it's like, he'll never get a girlfriend. And shows the guy
That's literally how it was. That's literally for real how it was. And I walked out of the theater smiling, grinning. I was like, I gotta make other people watch this. I have to. And I'm probably gonna go take some work friends to go see the movie soon here, like this coming up week. Like highly based. Like I've saw it. I took my girlfriend to go see it, and then I took my family to go see it.
Damn, probably 3 times, bro.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but I've also saw a lot of other movies like a couple times in theaters. Like I saw Sonic 2. At least,
to be fair, that is one of the movies you were the most excited for, so that's not saying
yeah.
much.
I saw Sonic 2. I think like 4 or 5 times.
Damn.
I'm a loser. I have no life. But
even like I like to see movies, but I haven't seen a movie that many times in a minute.
Dude, it's only for like really special movies to me. Cause it's only like that, and then the only other movie I saw a lot in theaters was like The Suicide Squad. And I don't even.
That was a good movie.
I don't want to even admit how many.
Which one? I assume the one we saw together.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I'll call it. If I ever refer to like the older one, I usually just call it Suicide Squad, and then I'll go.
Well, see, when I first saw the first one, I had like, I must have been somehow drunk underage because man, I thought it was actually decent. And like, so when I first came out, I was like, oh, that actually wasn't that bad. It was okay. Like, oh, that was pretty cool. And like, it was after I thought about it and saw it, I was like, oh no.
I saw it when I was younger, and I saw it before I understood how to like criticize a movie. But even then, I still walked out of that movie, and I was like, Dad, I don't think I like that movie. That was really boring.
Yeah, beat you. He's like, how dare you? His depiction of Joker is perfect. Like, what are you even talking about? Jared Leto's a great actor. He's a method actor. God damn it.
Dude, did you hear about how Jared Leto, like when he was method acting?
Oh yeah.
How he like sent rats to like his coworkers, and they were like, and he was like, and they were like, please stop. This is really weird and creepy. And he was like,
Didn't Heath Ledger do that too, though?
Heath Ledger? No, I don't think he method acted.
He should. I hope not.
Well, even if he did, I don't think he was on the same level of like sending dead real rats.
Yeah. Dead rats is different from method acting. Method acting, it's questionable.
There's method acting, and then there's being an asshole and a creepy weirdo.
And Jared Leto sent like used condoms to certain like the female staff. I don't know if he sent to all of them. I know he sent to several female cast members.
He's apparently like a quite a character, like himself. Apparently, he has like a cult or something. I have not looked too far into it.
He doesn't have a cult. That's people. That's Instagram being a little dramatic, but he has a, some bands have like a devout following, like BTS, for instance. If I said something bad about BTS on this here, we'd get canceled and stuff.
Born to shit.
That's born to shit. Forced away.
There goes our fucking podcast. We're done.
But what is it? Like they got a similar. I think it's a more niche fan, but that band 30 Second to Mars. They did that song. Can't think of the song name, but anyways.
How does it go?
Relatively well liked song, musical band. So him and his brother, I think, do it. So that's why they have that devout following.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's quite a cult leader though, but he does have like some religious mind controlling undertones at times.
Yeah, but I think a lot of actors have that. But also, I do think he specifically has it like to a degree worse than like a lot of other actors.
He's definitely a douchebag.
Apparently so, and apparently he I haven't looked too far into it, but apparently, like, back in his younger days, he used to date, like, really, really young people. Like, very dangerously young people.
That's weird.
Yay.
So, whoa! And apparently he's supposed to be he's supposed to be, like, the main character in the new Tron movie that's gonna come out in a couple years.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
God, that will not be morbid.
That will not
That'll
be
a
morbid.
movie to see.
Doesn't he have like an Oscar?
I think so?
Oh, he's done good work as the Thing. Like, he was in that movie Requiem for a Dream, which is a movie I really do want to see.
Yeah, he's Paul Allen in American Psycho.
Yeah, he's not that he's a bad actor or anything. It's that his
so
guy's
shitty movies recently.
he's been in a lot of shitty movies. He's kind of creepy.
Have you seen American Psycho?
Weird.
I've seen like 20 minutes of it.
I've seen whatever the memes are, you know? That's basically what I've seen.
That ain't bad. It's alright.
I feel like it's a better movie than like the memes make it out to be.
Yeah, I mean the memes overblow Patrick Bateman into being like a hero or whatever. He's really not. You're kind of watching through and you're kind of watching him.
It's not that he's really not. He just isn't a hero, like straight up.
He's like the Joker in the Joker movie. You know?
No, he's not. He's more like
No, he's not even
that.
the
Yeah.
Joker. The Joker's more of a hero than Patrick Bateman is.
Is he
Yeah,
though?
Completely so.
Well,
Patrick Bateman's a hero.
uh,
I'm not saying the Joker is a hero. Joker's definitely not.
I'm just saying, Psycho, James, don't argue with me about how Patrick Bateman's portrayed. I watched it and read the book.
you read there's a book?
Yeah, it's
there's
based on the book. Famously, the movie, one of the big differences between that and the movie is the book names like a bunch of different brands because status and title. For instance, like Rolex is named like 100 and something times or whatever.
God
But
damn.
it's never once named in the movie because they didn't get like the branding or whatever. They
We were-
couldn't or they didn't want to. I can't remember why.
Dude, you always read like random shit that I never know is a book. Like I remember we were watching South Park when you came over. And it was that
Yeah, I read the book too.
yeah, and it was that I don't remember what the episode was, but like
Oh,
what was the book?
Fucking Charles Dickens.
Yeah, Charles.
Expectations.
Yeah, that book. Like I had no idea. I was like, no one's ever read this book, and you're like, yeah, I read it. I was like, what?
No. We were at the end and you asked me a question. I was like, no, that wasn't how the story ends. And they're like, wait, what?
Yeah, I remember that. I was so taken aback. I was like, you read this? You?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of crazy audiobooks, man. Everything.
Dude, honestly, audiobooks are the shit. Audiobooks are what it's at. For
And
me,
YouTube is a lot in the public domain, especially.
yeah. I've been really recently getting into fuck. His name's not Charles Dickens. What the fuck? Sherlock Holmes.
See, you've been getting into crime stuff lately. Have you ever? You've seen the movie Silence of the Lambs with the Cannibal Lecter?
Yeah. It's a
Have
good
you
movie.
read the book
No,
it's based off of?
no, but I know
There's
it's a good
for
book.
that. And it's on the audiobook's free on YouTube all the time. There's always several floating around. That and the prequel called The Red Dragon, and they're both pretty well written books.
Okay. I might just have to.
Also, another since again you just mentioned crime, there's a ton of Sherlock Holmes on YouTube, obviously. But what is it? What's that other classic horror movie? The slasher one, Psycho. That book is also on YouTube. The audiobook of that. That was not bad. It's just kind of It's just fine.
It's fine. It's all right.
Special.
It's okay.
The movie's really what made it influential, not the book itself.
Is that the American Psycho?
I had to beat your ass.
Do you think they would ever make a? Do you think they would ever make a sequel to that movie? But the sequel is called The British Psycho.
American Psycho, they got British Psycho, they got. Then next they got, like, I don't know, Australian Psycho, then they got Canadian
The Psycho,
They got
the Psycho cinematic universe.
Psycho Cinematic Universe.
I thought they did make a sequel.
It's not technically classified as a sequel, but yeah, they kind of did.
Oh,
Wait.
American Psycho 2, I'm looking at it right now.
I don't
American
think
Psycho
it's
2.
canon though.
I don't know if it's canon, but that's what it's called.
Wait, they made a.
Is it even based off Patrick Bateman's character? I thought it was like totally different stuff. Like it was a totally different character, different cast.
I don't even know how you would.
To restart it, and they were like, never mind, this ain't really.
I don't even know how you would do a sequel to that movie. Hold on, let me look it up.
Basically, it starts out with like a like shot in neighborhood or whatever, and looks all pristine or whatever. Kind of reminds me of the opening scenes like in Breaking Bad, where they show Jesse's neighborhood with like the one guy they have tied up, Crazy Eight, when he's walking around. Just looks like that, and then it's like it cuts to inside the guy, and the guy's getting ready for work, and he's basically just like killed everyone in the house around him. He's just gone crazy, and it turns out he's not gone crazy. He's just a cycle like this. He just did this, planned it all out, whatever, killed the whole family, and I think he's gonna try and do it again, marry a new family. He's just evil or some shit like that.
Apparently, it was not meant to be a sequel to the American Psycho.
Yeah.
It was meant to be like its own
They
standalone movie, and they
wanted to
changed
be
it.
afterwards because of branding.
Yeah, I literally looked at the reviews on like Google. It is a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, it did. I haven't seen much of it. I've seen a lot of scenes from it, but
Which is crazy. Which is crazy to me, because like Google, when you look up movie ratings, they're usually like really high, even if it's for a movie that isn't like particularly all that good. It's
Puss in Boots.
Shut the fuck up. You fuck. What the fuck? Why did you say that?
Ass.
Why would you say that? Why would you?
Eat my ass?
I mean, I
Your
would.
ass.
I
I
mean-
think you heard what you wanted to hear there, big guy.
Maybe
What-
I did. Maybe I did. What's it to you?
Maybe I will eat your ass. What is it to you?
You're the one. You're the one eating my ass. What's it to you?
You know what? I'm coming over. I'm gonna do it. All right, for that blasphemy statement.
I'm gonna do it, cousin.
I'm
Vinny.
gonna do
I'm
it.
gonna eat his ass.
I'm
Walter,
gonna do it.
Don't go talking shit about Puss in Boots, Walter. It's a good movie,
I'll have to put you down, Walter. Talk shit about Puss in Boots. You know how Mr.
I
Fring
am
is
the
about the
one who
movie.
makes fun of Puss in Boots.
It is I, the one who make. Walter, you know how Gus feels about Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish, Walter. Don't make fun of it.
That movie. It's a fucking kids movie, for Christ's sake. Even Gomi liked it over here, for Christ's sake.
Hey, yo, Mr. White. Bitch, that movie good.
Shut your fat mouth, Gomi. Nobody want to hear anyways.
Hey, yo, Mr. White, bitch, that movie was poppin'. Don't make fun of it.
Skyler, where's that copy of Puss in Boots, The Last Wish? I give it to Ted.
I loaned it to Ted. I scratched it, Walter. I'm sorry. The Blu-ray disc is scratched too, not just the DVD, but the Blu-ray.
And it's the gif of Walter White on his knees falling down.
You know the scene where Hank's pulling up the gun in the first episode of his birthday? He's got Puss in Boots. Walter's too scared. He's like, I don't think I can handle it. He's like, what? Too pussy for a kids movie? Can't watch a little cartoon? Real man over here. He'll watch DreamWorks.
You too pussy for Pussy and Tim's?
Puss and Tim's.
Pussy and Tim's?
He got the. If he had Tim's on, I'd probably go see the movie. Actually, honestly, that would be the funniest shit.
They should re-release that movie, but but they re-release it and it's just Pussy and Tim's. They change his name to Pussy, and he has Tim's on.
What?
I don't even know. Just nod your head in agreement, Scully.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's talking about right now. I think he's trying to fuck my shoes.
What if I am? Dude, I gotta get my shoes.
I'm not to go back to the Breaking Bad Puss in Boots, but like the scene where Hank gets the big order of minerals and Marie brings in. It's like, Hank, your children's movie here. It's a masterpiece, Marie. Damn it!
Oscar-winning movie, not a fucking children's movie. Damn it!
Come on, Marie.
Come on.
Incredible.
It's a cinematic masterpiece that changed animation forever. Come on. Bro. I'm thinking about it because we were talking about Breaking Bad and like I've been watching Breaking Bad. She was a bitch. Marie. Fucked her. Fuck Marie. Honestly,
The show.
Marie, I don't
Finished the show, though.
No, I have not finished the show. But Marie's
You finished it.
I did not finish it. I'm close. But I have not finished it. But she is the most fucking annoying character on that show. Skylar is annoying, alright? Like, I get why people don't like her. But Marie is fucking annoying. Like, I can't stand this bitch.
That bad.
I don't think I was gonna like. Honestly, Skylar, like, I know it's my perception because we see it from Walt's point of view, but Skylar is truly annoying. Does she make rational decisions for what a wife would probably do in the situation where she finds that her husband's a kingpin that's lying? You know, not the best, but at times, but not the worst, that's for sure. But you know, she's an annoying character. But Marie, no, I don't think Marie's that bad.
No.
I
Especially
don't...
towards the end of the show, but
She is in the first few episodes with like her kleptomania shit and like where she's just an asshole to everyone. But then once Walt tells everyone he's sick, I feel she because immediately she realizes because she's someone in the medical profession, she immediately realizes she can handle that situation because nobody else is handling it well. She starts taking care of that. We'll need to get a new pathologist or specialist for Walt's lungs, blah blah blah, taking care of that stuff. And pretty much from then on, she's pretty decent. I feel like.
yeah.
You're fair. I think it's fair. I just,
No,
I just personally find her annoying. I don't like when she's on screen.
I think the last like half of season 5 is really gonna change how you look at a lot of characters. I think.
Probably.
Especially the love scene between Gus and Walter. Whew.
I was thinking the one with Mike and Walter. That was.
I mean, the one. What about all three of them? That's one scene. That scene's beautiful, man. It's
Oh, were you
real
talking about where Jesse gets on top and like Walter's like, I am the one who comes, and then he fucking comes on Jesse?
I want your top lip and your bottom lip to meet and become friends. All right. Like,
I want your bottom lip and top lip to mate and reproduce and become one entity. You know, marriage, one body.
No.
God damn it, one body, one. You know, like talking about you become one. You know.
No, I never become
What?
one.
You've never heard wedding vows that they talk about.
No, I've never heard them talk about becoming one. You can't become one person.
Well, no, not literally. But they're talking about you're not. You're technically not. Obviously, people don't. But you're not supposed to be an asshole to your spouse. You're supposed to take care of them and whatnot. And treat
Why would I agree
like,
to not be an asshole to them? That's why I'm marrying them.
I mean, James. James.
Come on.
Does Sandra know?
Of course she does.
Alright, fair enough. I believe you.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh my god, I don't even remember what we were talking about before that.
We were talking about. You were asking Scully about
in Breaking
Puss
Bad. I think.
in Boots. No, we were talking about Puss in Boots.
We were talking about
But-
Pussy and Tim. We were talking about Pussy and Tim's.
You remember Jared Leto's in Puss in Boots? In fact, he plays Puss.
Wasn't he
I'm
the
not
tit?
mistaken.
Wasn't he the titular Pussy and Tim's?
The titular tits and pussy.
The tits. The
Jesus.
tits.
This is devolved from third grade. Like we just learned a new bad word for the week, and we're gonna abuse it till it's not funny.
I just learned how to say the
I
word.
don't even think it was that funny when we started. I'm gonna keep it real.
It really wasn't, but it just one of the things you just keep speaking and you just can't stop, you know?
I couldn't. It was like when we did the your mom jokes. Like they weren't really all that funny, right?
You just can't help yourself.
But
Exactly.
I couldn't stop saying it. You know?
The thing when you put your hand in like the little gotcha symbol, like the in you next one,
Hmm.
was that ever funny or fun? Like
No, I just really wanted to hit my friends.
it was like it was just people being a pain in the
No,
ass
that-
for no reason.
I think there are some times that is pretty fun.
When you weren't the one getting hit.
Someone stupid, that was fun. Yeah, when you weren't the one getting hit, basically.
Me and my sister used to play that game Punch Buggies. and she would always make up
Game.
she would always make up excuses why mine wouldn't count, and she would just fucking clock the shit out of me in the shoulder every time we were driving. And my parents were like,
Makes sense.
okay, we can't play this anymore. You're not being fair.
Dude,
I don't know.
there was-
What kind of with her on that?
Shut up.
This kid I used to know. I think we all know him at one point, but anyways, just this kid, and he did not understand the necking game at all. So once, like, he did like the
I
gotcha.
know
I
what
was
you're
like,
talking about.
Yeah.
oh, here we go. I get to neck you. I was like, all right, because you know I'm gonna be a bitch. And dude, this man takes like, oh, dude, he takes like the, fuck, what's the part of your hand, like the
palm
bone
of his
by your
hand,
wrist?
yeah. He takes the bony part of his palm, like where your wrist
Just
is.
like, dude.
He brings it down on your neck because he did it to several people, but he did it to you first, and he just. You're like, ah! Like, why did you hit my spine with your fucking arm? Like,
hit the top of your spine, just pops it clean out.
you're like, why would you do that? We're just slat. You could hear the slat every other time, and then you just hear a slight
Thud.
soft thud. I was gonna say a thud, like a. It's like, oh!
Bro was really trying to pop people's heads off like a fucking Lego man.
Crit.
Dude,
Finish
you know
it.
how like the elites in Halo, like their necks and heads are bent really far forward? That's what my head was like after he fucking like necked me, dude. Like holy sh.
Bro was coming for a
Like a
vengeance.
notch off.
Bro was coming for
Honestly,
blood.
This kid just necked the shit out of him.
Man was coming for your whole life. I remember him. I remember that kid. I'm not gonna say his name, but I remember
You know
him.
when you play Legos and your back starts killing you after you've been bending over for too long playing Legos?
Yeah, when you're trying to like build. That's my one thing. That's why I have this desk set up over here. Because I couldn't.
I'm like, could you imagine the beginning of the episode of the movie? He's playing Legos as a kid. The guy's like, Quasimodo, you'll damage your back if you don't.
Is that his name?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Quasimodo? Yeah, from the Hunchback.
Yeah.
I've never seen that film.
I haven't either, but he's like, nah, bro. I was like, I'm good, and it's just like 25 years later. It's got the hunchback and everything.
The reason he became the Hunchback is because he was too busy on the Lego grind set. He was trying to build the
Goblin mode.
He was trying to build the Lego AT-AT set for the adults. He was too busy. He couldn't figure it out. He spent years trying to put it together.
A lot like me in that regard.
Bro, I really, really, really want one of those like giant ones. I really do. But I also don't have the space nor the money required for that.
But the Lego Moss Isley Cantina.
The Lego anything, dog.
The the Cantina set is the one that's like
That's the UCS one that keeps pulling me. I know it's not UCS. It's like, what is it? Not Ultimate Collector Series. It's
Master
like
Builders, I think.
something like
it's
that.
And it's not even a set that has a lot of building. It's more minifigures and like display pieces as opposed to like a big singular thing.
That's sort of what separates it from UCS, because a lot of the UCS stuff like isn't focused on the minifigures or even being minifigure scale.
It's just
Well, no, I get that. My problem is it's building, but like the part that's like minifigure themed, as opposed like the other ones are like, I swear every like one of the UCS things has at least 5 different unique building things that have never been used before. Because some of that stuff's insane if you look at the manuals. But like that's the building one. I feel like not the collecting one. That's for the minifigures. The collecting.
mhm. You definitely do. Like the minifigures on some of them are kind of like bonkers. Like the Cantina set, crazy.
I want some of those the little side characters, like the little bat-eared guy or the hammerhead dudes.
I want the jazz players. Or
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, not lore accurate. What are they called in lore? The jizz band.
What?
No, look that up. That's what they're called in lore.
That's what you want them to
No,
be
I'm
called,
not-
man,
I'm
gonna
not-
lie.
I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. They are literally called the jizz. Like the music they're playing is called jizz.
It's Figurin' Dan and the Model Nodes.
I'm not lying. Unless someone lied to me. Unless the internet lied to me.
It's all right. It's all right. No one will make fun of you.
Unless the internet lied to me. Hold up.
Now they lied to you. Who's
Hold
the
up.
With the word jazz?
Hold up. Let me make sure I'm not spitting bullshit. Let me make sure.
I think you mixed up the word jazz and jizz, my friend. Not to roast
Can-
you too hard, but
No,
there is a
roast
minor
you
difference. Well, what is rhythm and what is rhythm?
I was gonna say, They're both the rhythm based.
Yes, look, it's called jizz.
Out of context.
Send the picture to the group chat now.
It's on
do not.
it's on Wiki it's on the Wikipedia.
I can't look that up, dude. That's gonna destroy my search history.
Okay, let me link it, cuz I can't take a picture. I don't know how to screenshot on a computer.
I'm there to the fuck up.
Hold up.
I'm pretty sure they're called the modal nodes, but you know the Gizma guy that does work too. But anyways, yes, the Cantina band members would be pretty cool to get as well in Lego minifigures.
Oh my goodness. I'm still adamant that that's not. Come on, what the fuck?
It's like the JFK thing in the other episode.
the
I'm not fucking wrong.
where they put JFK in Fortnite.
Wait, they put JFK in Fortnite?
Yeah, they put JFK in Fortnite. You didn't know?
Where to God, Jonesy is a clone that's supposed to be of like fucking JFK or some shit. I saw a
Let me look
screenshot.
this up. I thought we already had this discussion.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
We thought the JFK conspiracy was over. Okay, JFK is a clone of Jonesy, or Jonesy is a clone of JFK?
Jonesy is a clone of JFK.
I choose to believe JFK is a clone of Jonesy.
Is a clone of JFK.
See? I'm not wrong. I'm not a liar. I'm not.
I don't think it's actually real, but there's like some shit where you can Google and like and Google actually shows it as JFK or whatever the hell.
Fortnite Jonesy.
Fortnite Jonesy.
John Jonesy Fortnite is the John Man and mascot of Fortnite. He is the reincarnation of John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, who is variously called either John Fitzgerald Kennedy or John Fortnite Kennedy.
Google, I don't think it's real, but Google says it as if it's real.
dude. So for the biography section, it has as Kennedy 1946 to 1963, and then it says as Fortnite 2017 on.
Dude, I told you, I wasn't capping,
Dude,
man.
Okay, just look through this page. This is the funniest shit ever.
Do you remember when we first discovered the Doge Wikipedia?
Yeah, I do. Okay, but dude, look through that. Look at the biography section.
My hero. Oh my god. John Jonesy Fortnite.
After his assassination, there have been many buildings and monuments named after him, like the John Fortnite Center for the Performing Arts and the John Fortnite in Tilted Towers. What?
And bro, John Fortnite enrolls at the Princeton University in New Jersey shortly after he gets expulsion from the school and after kids build back with John Cena. On May 21st, Enderboy uploaded the video John Fortnite becomes John Undertale, where John Fortnite John Mitch God Undertale.
Dude, for the relationships family as Kennedy, look at the whole Kennedy family.
Allies. John.
University is where John JFK got expelled from at one point in his life. John Fortnite joined Team Fortress 2 on June 22nd.
The Johnson clan?
In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Kennedy was killed by the Winter Soldier on orders of Hydra. Ew.
Oh, wait a second. Speculation. Assassination.
That's what I just read.
Okay, you read that?
Yeah, that's what I just read to you.
I wasn't listening.
The Winter Soldier apparently killed JFK.
It's fucking perfect.
What even is this website?
Allies. Fortnite and Johnman.
Mario Maker Cinematic Universe.
Wait, look at this. Species. His species is John Man, and then human in parentheses as Kennedy. What is the species John Man?
It's John Man. Do you not know who John Man is?
John Men are a mysterious organization who has clashed with Race Fire. Members are what am I reading?
Maddie, so I think this is part of the Mario Maker Cinematic Universe wiki. That's what it says. I'm trying to find more.
Hold up.
Marvel
Wait.
Cinematic Universe Wiki is a community site that anyone can contribute to. Okay, whatever.
Hold up. 2020. Did you read the John Fortnite joined forces with Amazon Toad Guy, Barack Obama, and Taco Bell to build a burrito-type Lego rescue helicopter to rescue Ray's Fire from Shud City River. Fortnite took pride in only taking an eternity of 13 seconds to build the helicopter.
Wow.
There are some interesting characters in the cinematic universe. They got Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders, Bill Gates, Bo Jackson, Bo Jiden, Bum Bum,
Did you just say Bo Jiden?
Firefox, Frog CEO. They have God,
God.
Joe Biden, John Christmas, John Easter, John Fortnite, and then Josh. They have Little Timmy, Mario Simpson, Mario, Matt.
Wait, Matt Pat?
Yo! Matt Pat!
Pop category, politician. Pop category, politician. Rosalina. Rosalina from
Who?
fucking
Ro-
the little peach character. For a second, I thought it was the character from I got famous. I thought it was a character from.
It's a character from
Steven
Mario.
Universe. Yeah, I thought it was a character from Steven Universe for a second.
Basically a Steven Universe character.
This is the wildest shit I've ever read.
It's-
This is true storytelling, bro.
Bro, finally real lore I can get behind.
For real.
Honestly,
At least we can confirm.
I was gonna-
100% fact that he is JFK.
honestly, I was gonna bring up one more topic, but we've already peaked at this episode. It'd be a disservice to try to top what we've already done. I will save it for next time.
Real.
It would be too much. It just would not come close to Mr. John Fortnite himself, Mr. JFK. Truly the greatest president known to man. So we're going to call it a wraps here. If you liked what you heard for some reason, please make sure to subscribe, leave your recommendations in the comments, and all that good shit that I also others say in other episodes that I cannot remember for the life of me at this moment.
For real.
So with that being said, peace out.